Mechanical weathering. So our keywords in this section are freeze-thaw action, frost action, and scree. Mechanical weathering occurs when rocks are broken into smaller pieces. And one type of mechanical weathering we're going to learn about is freeze-thaw action. Freeze-thaw action, or frost shattering, is an example of mechanical weathering. It occurs when rocks are broken up by frost action. It happens when there is a high level of precipitation. So precipitation means rain or snowfall. And when the temperature at night drops to below freezing, so 0 degrees Celsius. This usually takes place in high or mountainous areas where there is a wide range between daytime and nighttime temperatures, such as the Sugarloaf Mountain in County Wicklow and the Alps. So freeze-thaw action has to take place in areas where at nighttime it's very, very cold. It has to go below freezing. And in the daytime, it is warmer, above freezing. So above 0 degrees Celsius. So during the day, what happens is we have cracks in the rock and water gathers in the cracks. So water from precipitation, from rainfall and snowfall. It gathers in the cracks in the rock. At night time, the temperature drops to below freezing, so below 0 degrees. So the water in the cracks freezes. And when water freezes, it expands by 10%. So it gets bigger. So it basically bulges outwards. And what happens is this puts pressure on the rock. Eventually, after this water in the rock, freezing at night, melting during the day, freezing at night, melting during the day continuously, pieces of the rock break off and they fall to the bottom of the mountain or the hill, and those pieces of rock build up into a pile known as scree. And this is known as freeze-thaw action. So, during the day, the water gathers in the cracks of the rock. And this happens when the temperature is above freezing. So the precipitation, the rainfall or the snowfall, gathers in the cracks of the rock during the day. Then at night time, the water in the cracks of the rock freezes and expands by 10%, which puts pressure on the rock beside it. This happens again and again, and eventually the pieces of rock break off, fall to the bottom of the mountain or the hill, and lie in a pile known as scree. So during the day, water from the rainfall gathers in the cracks in the rock. At night, this drops to below freezing, which is 0 degrees Celsius. This causes the water in the rock to freeze and expand by 10%. As the water expands, it makes the crack bigger and puts pressure on the rock. Eventually, after repeated freezing and thawing, the crack enlarges and pieces of the rock break off. Those pieces are called scree. Scree rolls to the base or the bottom of the mountain or the slope where it gathers in piles. So here's a photograph of lots of small pieces of rock that have gathered together. These are known as scree.